Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your tarot reading for the week ahead. There's a little bit of bumpiness to start with. We've got the Five of Swords, the Lord of Conflict, and then the King of Swords. It's all good though, because there is a solution found within the King of Swords to some of the conflicts that may be held within the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is often about winning the battle, but at what cost? Be slightly mindful to avoid this one-upmanship. That's the word that I was looking for, one-upmanship. It's for whatever reason, you may find yourself kind of wanting to prove yourself or prove your position, or there may be a disagreement or something that you feel that needs to be vindicated. You need vindication and see, I was right. Okay, there may be a time and a need for that, but don't do that if it's going to be at the cost of a friendship or at the cost of some harmony within a friendship. You may find that there are some harsh words spoken this week, either from you or to you. Try and not take that personally. The King of Swords is inviting you and reminding you to kind of maintain the upper hand. The one good thing that Aquarius is capable of doing is that they're the water bearer, right? So they're able to keep their emotions in check. They're able to contain them. And there's a real call for you to do just that with the King of Swords. It's slightly taking the upper hand, but not taking the upper hand if it leads, again, it reinforces this sense of smugness or lording it over other people. That's not necessarily useful. But if there are times this week that there are disagreements, conflicts, there's not a meeting of minds, really lean into this thing of, okay, what's the most mature way around this? What can I say? What can I think? What can I do that is going to diminish this energy rather than exacerbate it? It could also talk about the conflict within your own mind as well. There's too many ideas spinning around, or you're slightly beating yourself up, or you're toing and froing mentally on some things. This is something that is appearing a lot for the earth signs. Air signs this week is a lot of duality, a lot of ambivalence. Should I do this? Should I go there? Not so much pronounced for you, Aquarius, but still this lots of thoughts going on, and the King of Swords is asking you and reminding you, okay, stay cool, calm, and collected. What is the most elevated way of thinking about this? Is there some ingenuity required? Is there a new perspective required? Is there something that I can do that isn't going to fan the flames of this, but rather there's a reason that it's a king, and the king knows how to implement strategy, and knows when to send out the forces, send out the knights and go to war, or knows the time. Actually, diplomacy is what is required here. And I would say it's very much the latter for you this week, Aquarius. Wherever you're able to be diplomatic, you may have to slightly grin and smile your way through it, but that's no bad thing. I would say that is by far the best course of action, even in those times where you feel like, but hang on a second, I'm right. I know I'm right about this. You probably are, but is it actually that useful to kind of fight tooth and nail in order to wrestle somebody else down to agree with you? We move, it's interesting, your reading's almost in 3 sections, so whether that means that your week's going to be quite compartmentalized, or there isn't particularly one strong theme that's coming through. You've got no major arcana here, unlike many of the other star signs, zodiac signs, so probably not big shifts, big movements for you this week. But do you know what, that's sometimes quite nice. It just means, you know, we can just not necessarily bundle along, but we can just maintain the status quo. We don't need to rock the boat too much. The next 2 pairings that we have is the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles has been haunting these Tarotscopes for the month of January. Unsurprising, as finances are often a very pronounced theme for people in January. having overspent in Christmas or that festive period. There's that long break, isn't there, between the next paycheck, or for those that are self-employed, we have to figure out the dreaded tax return. So there's lots and lots of financial considerations here. The good thing is it's in the 6, so it's the number of harmony, it's the number of balance of being able to bring things back in. So maybe this final paycheck is going to be a welcome one, because we've also got that Ace of Pentacles, which is often that financial windfall or that expansion. It's nice to see this combination. I do feel that work, whatever's happening within work, health and wealth, is very well indicated. There is this expansive energy. There is a kind of windfall, whether you're going to receive an unexpected little bonus, or your tax return isn't quite as drastic as you'd expect it to be, or there's even a tax rebate, whatever it may be. But this is really, really nice to see, because is here you've got that hand of generosity being given, and this is almost that energy magnified. So I don't feel that it's so much about you having your hand open, wanting or needing charity, but rather something being put into your hand. So financially, actually looking quite a quite a good week. Also, this is the windows of opportunity as well, and the windows of opportunity being tangible. So anything that financially looks quite promising, I would say go for it. Don't overlook it. Don't think, oh, it doesn't really matter. I would grab the bull by the horn. So that may come in even just a small form, where initially you think, well, maybe that's not going to bring that much. But don't dismiss it, would be my only advice and guidance around it. Finally, we move on to the Four of Wands. A lovely energy, the Four of Wands. I often see it as a nice warm fire. This is almost the fireplace, and the wands being the suit of fire. So this is being able to, in some ways, put your feet up, enjoy. Again, this thing about not rocking the boat is quite useful. The Four of Wands is also the home card. Sometimes it's the homecoming card as well. Festivities. This is just reminding you to find pleasure and enjoyment and relaxation within the home. Make sure that your home is a sanctuary. Make sure that you are that everything just feels. It's interesting this winter months, because it gives us permission to just hibernate and bed in, and you are very much being given permission to do that. Maybe it's the last slight kind of opportunities before the days really do get longer, and we're being invited back into the outside world. So using this as a last hurrah in that way. Be sure to go and check out your rising sign and your moon sign as well for a more in-depth reading this week. If you're not sure how to do that, then be sure to check out the website. But until next week, have a wonderful, wonderful next 7 days, and I shall see you then. Bye for now.